Hello, kindergartners. Today we're going to talk in detail and start our Starry Night project. So what I would love for you to do is get a really good close-up view of Starry Night. Okay, this is a copy of Vincent van Gogh's very famous painting called Starry Night. And we've already talked to the fact that the most famous stars in all the world are really these wonderful little round orbs in his nighttime sky. We know that he took this image in from his bedroom at a hospital and painted it over a series of days in a great room at the hospital. He remembered what he saw in the nighttime sky and then added parts of this painting to add a sense of peacefulness, I think, on the land, and great movement and spectacular, almost magic in the sky. So he was saying a lot in this painting as to this peaceful setting down here in the village. From his window, there really wasn't a village to look at like this, quite like this. So he interpreted what he thought a peaceful village would look like. There is a church spire right here that's a really important part of this painting. There are little areas of light in the homes here, and a lot of little shapes, squares, rectangles, triangles. Shape down here is blocky. You can tell it's a village because you see these little shapes, and you also see the lights in some of the windows, like people are still awake. I'm gonna make it as close as I can for you to see this. Okay, see the blocky shapes of a village, and then you can see some lights on in the windows. That makes it feel very peaceful. Okay, then you see kind of a greenish foreground here where maybe the forests are here. As you work up towards the mountains, they become a light blue and then a very dark blue. So it kind of moves from a light bluish green to a medium blue to a dark blue. Then you can see the dark blue kind of follows these hillsides along the painting and gives us a horizon line, which just feels very nice in a painting. This form here is a cypress tree that was right outside the window of his hospital. So this is the top of the tree. You can imagine the tree would then come down, and he was upstairs in the hospital. So he's just seeing the top of this cypress tree. And it's a very dark green with highlights of brown and gold and a little black in there. So this is a tree that I think when you see this tree, that has a shape that immediately reminds me of this painting of Starry Night. Okay, so what do we see in the sky? The starry night is, of course, what we're talking about. We see a crescent moon here in a gold color, okay, surrounded by a very light yellow and white around that moon. And I'm going to bring it up to you to see, okay. Then you see this very evident swirl pattern. And these swirls make Starry Night just magical. And we will add that into our work as well. We have this kind of white cloud that works its way and hugs the ground. That's another part of Starry Night that's very important. And it has a lot of yellow in this part of the sky. And then you see the stars. This star right here is very bright. And then some of the other ones are less bright. And then this one up here is actually a planet. This was Venus, and it has a slight green circle around it. He wanted us to know that was special. So that's Venus in the nighttime sky. And then you see all the orbs. And then the kind of circular dash work around those orbs are very important. So I wanted to take the time to really talk about Starry Night in this kind of detail, because we are going to work on our own Starry Night, and we're going to be able to recreate something that looks a lot like this. And I think you're going to enjoy the process. Okay, so look to the next video to start.